4:39 right now, and the Astros making headlines because of drama off the field. A Sports Illustrated report claims an Astros executive taunted female reporters as the team celebrated their ALCS win. Stephanie Whitfield explains why those women were offended and what the Astros are now saying about the controversy.
This is the Sports Illustrated article that has Astros top executives apologizing. The alleged outburst happened here, the team locker room, after the Astros secured their spot in the World Series. But like most controversies, there are two sides to the story. According to the article, assistant GM Brandon Taubman was celebrating when he, quote, turned to a group of 3 female reporters, including one wearing a purple domestic violence awareness bracelet, and yelled half a dozen times, "Thank God we got Osuna. I'm so expletive glad we got Osuna." The reporter says he was referring to why Osuna is an Astro at all. You see, the closer was serving a 75-game suspension last year for allegedly assaulting the mother of his child. The charge was dropped after she refused to testify. The SI writer says that allowed the Astros to get the player at a low cost. That's why the outburst, quote, illustrates MLB's forgive and forget attitude towards domestic violence. Now, the other side of the story. The Astros initially called the article misleading and irresponsible, saying a player in the locker room had been questioned about Osuna. Taubman released a statement saying, "My overexuberance in support of a player has been misinterpreted." He and general manager Jeff Luhnow say they're sorry. Luhnow went on sports radio ahead of Game 2 saying, "We may never know Taubman's intent because he says the person who said them and the people who heard them, at least up to this point, have very different perspectives." Now, MLB says it'll interview everyone involved. Stephanie Whitfield, KHOU 11 News.